And happy New Year's Eve. And what would a new year be without talking about weed? All right. Well, it's good to welcome the Oklahoma Medical Marijuana Authority Director, Adria Berry. Good to have you.
Thank you for having me, Scott.
Well, let's talk. Let's talk a little bit about Adria Berry and the OMMA. You're now a standalone agency. Tell us what we don't hear a lot about.
Well, yeah, Scott, there is so much that doesn't quite make it to the media, but there's so much hard work going on behind the scenes at OMMA. We've staffed up tremendously this year. We went from about 100 people on staff to 260. And what that means is we have more people out in the field, more people actually inspecting all of our licensed businesses. So there's so much good work happening. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and talk about it.
All right, so the media really obsesses about the criminal element. I know you folks work with OBN and things are going on. We've got Tulsa King talking about a New York mobster moves to town to take over a medical marijuana dispensary. Well, that's all fiction, but people obsess about that. But there's so much more to your job and the agency than just the stuff you see in the headlines.
Absolutely. You know, there is absolutely a criminal faction to this industry. That is undoubtedly true. However, there's a large portion of the industry that's just regular people who saw an opportunity to get into a new industry in Oklahoma. So they often get ignored when there's that focus on the criminal faction. The people who are legitimate in doing business by the book are utilizing our seed to sale tracking system, so we know at OMMA exactly how much marijuana is being grown at any time, processed, sold. We go out and we inspect all these facilities. We have conversations with all of these business owners. And I'll tell you, there are just some really hardworking, regular Oklahomans in this industry, and that often gets overshadowed by the criminal aspect. OBN is a great partner. They absolutely focus on that criminal faction and keep us in the loop, and we help however we can. However, our job really is the regulatory side, the administrative side. So our job is to collect evidence if we do see someone breaking our rules or state law. But our quickest remedy is to do a cease and desist, which is an administrative action that takes time. However, law enforcement, OBN, fire marshal, they can go in and really shut someone down immediately. So having those relationships with them has been the biggest helping force on identifying and shutting down the bad actors quickly. What do you need as the director? You just became a standalone agency not even a year ago, just in the fall. What do you need to get your job done in terms of the legislative action, budget, that sort of thing? Oh man, that's a great question. Right now I feel like we're really lucky. We have good relationships with the legislature, with the executive branch. I'm a governor appointee at this time, and we have a tremendous amount of support coming from both legislative and executive, which means they call us and ask us that same question. So we have a list of items that we'd love to see happen this year, one of which that I think will really help us out on the front end of licensure is giving us a little more time to process these licenses so we can get out and truly do a deep dive inspection before someone starts doing business. That's not how it's gone in Oklahoma traditionally. What we've done is we've given the license, that business just opens their doors, and we come and inspect maybe a year or hopefully within a year of their opening their doors. Imagine if we could get out beforehand and really identify issues before they got too big or too bad.
All right, we've got about 45 seconds left. The two-part question. Number one, how do people get a hold of you? But before I ask you that, is there anything else that the public needs to know about their safety, about how to do business in Oklahoma with the OMMA? Anything that really, something we need to know?
Yes, absolutely. Well, you asked for my contact info, and I can be contacted anytime at omadirector@ok.gov. We also have a contact form on our website. We have an exciting new dashboard on our website that shows exactly how many businesses are active.
And there's that address there, by the way.
And we have a lot more data, and you can find it on our website. It's very helpful, I think, for our citizens to know exactly who is doing business in their county. Specifically, we have a map with really specific details, so I hope people will check that out.
All right, well, we're so grateful you come in on New Year's Eve to talk about this, and best of luck to you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching Hot Seat. See this again at news9.com/your vote counts, and follow me on Twitter @MitchelTalks.